Yeah, listen, I have a question for you.
What's up? Shoot.
I saw this clip, right, of this streamer. He was talking to his current girlfriend, right?
Okay.
He's on stream.
Gotcha.
I mean, he may be lying, he may be trolling, I don't know.
Okay.
But he was with like his current girlfriend. And then, so I revert this question to you that he asked his girl. Well, he didn't ask her, he was saying this.
Gotcha.
He's saying, like in my past, I've had a bunch of STDs. Not currently, but like all the curable ones. I don't know what those are. But he's like, oh yeah, but that's over with now. Like, so that was back in the day. So my question to you is, if you met a girl, been dating her for a year, love of your life, you guys are having a great time, you guys have talked about the future, you guys have planned for the future.
Yeah.
And then she goes, hey, like, just in the art of transparency, in my past, yeah, I've had the clap like 4 times, 5 times. I was young, I was going crazy. Like, that's in my past. I'm with you now. Like, what would your reaction be? Tread carefully. This may be a setup.
It sounds exactly like a setup. 4 or 5 times. Wow.
Yeah, she had to clap 4 times. She just took the pills, and it went away. Every time.
I want to make a joke, but I'm not going to make a joke.
I mean, it's your girl, so hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
Or, maybe you might. It could be foreshadowing. I don't know. You never know. I'm not wishing that on you. But also,
is crazy.
There's also nothing wrong
with having a partner who might or might not have.
No, she doesn't have it now. That is confirmed.
She doesn't have it now.
It hasn't
she had it.
She hasn't had it in years. Let's say it's been like 2 years, but
before I came into the picture.
Yeah, like y'all have been dating for like a year before. She finally cleared the clap. Like how do you react to that? Are you cool with it? Are you open minded or are you closed minded?
I'm not gonna be immature about it. I'm gonna be a bit in distraught. But since this is my partner of a year, I'm not gonna end up just leaving her because it's tough.
Wow, you a ride or die, nigga. Pause. But that is
because it's tough, bro. I want to say like the immature version of me is like I'm gone. That's it. Leave me alone. You ran through. That's it. You're done. Like the whole zip code had you already.
That is immature.
But the mature version of me is like, all right, like it's before me. It goes back to like that whole like what you did before me. Just keep it to yourself. Don't even tell me about it.
Yes. Okay.
So like in a way, I would have preferred you not even telling me.
Yes, I don't want to know. Listen, I tell people, like, I don't want to know anything about your past. Unless you're a criminal and they might come get me, that's the only thing I want to know. Yeah. So, like, anything you've ever done in your past, never let me know. So, I'm cool. I'm blissful ignorance. It does not affect me right now. It has nothing to do with me. Why are you volunteering information that I didn't ask for? Yeah. That has always been my stance. Leave me the fuck alone and let me live my life in peace.
So, for me, year in with my partner, with her, and obviously that happened before me. I'm gonna be a bit in the strong, be like, wow, damn. But like, I'm most likely being safe with shit because I use rubbers. Like I'm just
niggas using condoms with their girls. What are you? Okay, bro, enough.
I'm Mexican. I'm fertile.
Okay, first of all, don't ever tell me you're fertile again. That's one. That's one.
I can make a whole civilization, bro. Just come on.
Also, too. Leads to my next question.
What's it?
Cool, you're past the part of your girl burning you every week. Second,
burning me? Come on.
Oh no, allegedly. Okay, my bad. Sorry. So now y'all got past that.
Okay.
Then she tells you, "Hey, like, you know what? To be safe, like, let's say she said, I don't want kids, right? We're playing a hypothetical right now. Let's say you're okay with that. Let's just say, I know you're not, but let's say you're okay with that. And she goes, hey, like, to prevent kids, I believe in equality. And I am not going to do birth control. I'm not going to do none of that. I think you should get a vasectomy. And you're this age.
And I'm fine with not having kids.
Yes, you're fine with it. Let's see how toxic you can get.
I'm not going to be toxic. I'll be fine with it.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong. It's reversible. And me at this age,
Niggas getting vasectomies for girls that's burning them. That's crazy. That's crazy. You're a sicko. You are crazy. This little equality kick you're on, buddy. Trust me, the girls ain't impressed. This is nuts.
I'm not trying to impress anyone.
The girls are not impressed, bro.
I'm not trying to impress anyone.
This is sick.
If my partner,
maybe I'm toxic. This is crazy.
If my partner of already of a 1 year in doesn't want to have kids, and I'm fine with it, but she's telling me to get a vasectomy, honestly, I don't see
after she had to
wrong
clap 48 times. Because she was fucking
in the past.
Because she's an OnlyFans girl who fucked Adam 22. Because she used to fuck Adam 22 on that nasty ass couch.
Oh my god! I think I'll be fine with it. Why not?
You know
If I'm fine with not having kids and this is already my partner, bro, I'm showing up the club. Be responsible. Fuck the condoms. I'll be responsible because now I know it ain't gonna happen. You know. Now if she pop up pregnant, then honestly, then it's.
Bro, we're at the age now. If you're fucking a girl raw, you gotta deal with the consequences, man. That's how I mean.
Of course, I mean 30 plus, but
honestly,
in this scenario,
Edwards is leaving them kids. So actually, no,
I'm not Anthony Edwards, bro. I'm not that rich.
That's very true. You know? Neither of us are.
But I'm not trying to impress anyone. I think at that point, in this scenario, then yeah, I mean, fuck. If I ain't gonna have kids,
maybe we'll get like a Magnum sponsorship or something. Maybe you got us a sponsorship. So they said, yeah, using condoms. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Your girls got girls got HIV and shit. I don't know.
Yo, bro, the stories I've heard from homies or just out there from like coworkers and just people, it's crazy, bro. Like, and it'd be the most loyal people, and it'll be couples who've been in there for 3, 5, 7 years and get burned just because you would think the trust is there. Out of nowhere, you itching.
Hell no. And then you gotta make up a lie like, yeah, bro, I got it from the public toilet.
That's a damn lie, bro.
Listen, yo, what else you gonna say? Yo, if you burn your partner, yo, I got it from the toilet.
If they burn you, because if you know what you do, then
no, if you do, I'm not gonna leave you.
Like,
but that's what I do. Hey, I said I'm wrong toilet, had crabs on it.
That's insane.
That's crazy. But moral of the story is Dro is the most open-minded man on the planet. Ladies with crabs, hit him up.
Oh,
all right.
My God.
Dro. All right, welcome to episode, what is it, 214?
214.
Welcome to episode 214, the Imaginary Players Podcast. It's me, the one, Mr. Full Scotia, a.k.a. Big John from the East Side Boys. You're now listening to and always been listening to the greatest show on earth. Thank you guys for liking, subscribing, listening, doing all the beautiful things you guys do every single week, and we are nothing without you guys.
Yes.
All right. Obviously to my right is my partner in crime here, the producer and my co-host of this show. Dro's here, talk to people. The most open-minded man on the planet too. I tell you that, ladies. Hey. Don't get better than Dro.
Oh my God. Yo, that was scenario really fucked me up though.
Don't say yo after. You said, yeah, I'll fuck a girl that had crabs 15 times and let her tell me not to have a baby.
Man's about to have me just in the back of my head on the next date I go and say, like, yo, what you had before? Like,
that's
good?
crazy.
Like, what's good? Like, let's go to the pharmacy real quick.
That's crazy.
The clinic
she clean now.
What's up, y'all? I hope you're having a good Friday when you're hearing this, morning, afternoon, night, whatever. It's Cinco de Mayo weekend, so take a shot.
This nigga Dro hype. This shit like Juneteenth for y'all. I tell you, this shit is like.
No, like it's not, bro.
Emancipation Proclamation for you, nigga.
No, it's not the Mexican Independence Day. That's in September. But yo, take a shot for me, everyone. You're honoring Mexicans this weekend, so go crazy.
That's a fact. I can't wait to go to the appropriate y'all niggas. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be in a sombrero.
Oh my God.
I'm be in a cape. I don't know what niggas got going on. I don't know what niggas got going on. I'm gonna be looking like Rey Mysterio, all them niggas. I'm all them niggas today. Yeah, I'll tell you.
I might have to tune in some festivities myself. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
but
I know.
Hope y'all doing good. Long ass week for me at least, and hopefully for y'all too. Let's all have fun. Let's all embrace the good times, even though shit is shitty. But we got a good episode for y'all today, hopefully. And yo, the announcements.
Oh, yes, yes,
So
yes.
we won't do it at the end of the
Yes, yes.
episode, but do it right now while we got everyone tuned
Yes,
in.
while we have all you guys tuned in, as you guys have seen on Instagram, TikTok, whatever, probably got an email by now.
Yeah.
The Summer Classic has been announced June 14th. If you are a new listener, Summer Classic is our annual summer party, festival,
Yes.
whatever you want to call it.
Beautiful time.
It is something we've done since 2020. This is our fifth one.
Insane, bro.
Yep, it's crazy that 5 years. I mean, 5 classics, 6 years. So
You don't even
this
feel
podcast
like
started in 2019. So yeah, 5 classics, 6 years. We had some things in between there, but it's officially our 5th classic, and I forever grateful to be able to do it
it's a fact.
this long at a very high level. We've sold out concert venues, warehouses at this point. So I think this one is going to be a big one. As you guys have heard, this is likely, we're not saying this is the end of the events that we'll do, but this is the last of this series, last Summer Classic.
yeah.
The plan was always for it to be 5, and we want to end this one. We want to do this one with the proper way. We want to end it with a bang. A lot of surprises, a lot of different things going on. But yeah, if you haven't been, it's an amazing time. We've built such an amazing, friendly community.
It's a fact.
The last one was probably my favorite one last year. So we're trying to make this one better.
That's a fact.
And yeah,
It was
man.
vibey, man. It was vibey. Everyone, thankful. Honestly, bro, like coming on to this podcast at episode 100 and going from there with the summer classics has been such a roller coaster ride. Every single one that we've done, honestly, I can see everyone having fun, drinking responsibly, kind of. And just having a blast. Like, thankfully, no, altercations and stuff like that. Everyone's just having such a great time. A couple people got into relationships, which is insane.
Yeah.
Just like it's amazing, man. It's amazing to like be able to bring everyone together from all different corners of the world, different DJs, always making, the festivities nice, pumped up. And for this one to be the last one, at least for this series, it's nice, man. It's nice to see that, even though we want to continue some things do come to an end.
Yeah.
And like John said, hopefully this is not the last of an event, but at least for this series it is. And just pop up. It's going to be June 14th. Definitely don't sleep on the tickets.
Yes.
Have some fun with us, with your friends, with the DJs. And shit, let it be the beginning of a great summer, y'all. Definitely don't sleep on it.
Yeah, man. Just to reiterate everything Bro said, man, we've built this beautiful community of supporters, family, friends that come out and have empowered us to do these amazing things throughout the last 6 years.
That's great.
This podcast is nothing without them, and of course, I'd be remiss to say this podcast is nothing without our, late great founder of this, Tyler Mckenzie. So, everything we do is to honor him, honor his vision. If you knew Ty he loved to party. He was the life of the party. He was a great time. That is pretty much why I've, continued to do this the right way. And, everybody knows me, I'm in and out. I don't necessarily like to be everywhere all the time. So being able to create a safe space for people to come out, enjoy themselves, have a good time,
That's a fact.
is always been the main priority. And I'm forever grateful that, God and all my friends have given me the opportunity to do this, and all the supporters have. So for this chapter to change, it's not closing, to change.
To change, yeah.
It was a big deal for me. Me and Ty always talked about doing 5 and then finding, getting more creative, because that's who we were. We were creatives at heart. I'm a creative at heart. I'm a thinker. I'm weird. I do weird things when it comes to just thinking about new ways to elevate. So that's really what it is. So this one, we wanted to make it very, very, I said, the goal is to make this feel like New York City, to bring a certain feeling back to New York City. So, we're going to have the hookah, tables, bottle services available, but we're going to have the dance floor, the amazing DJs, anything you can imagine to make yourself, to give you the complete party experience is what we're going to have. The perfect space, it's on the ticket site so we can say it. Drawn NYC, Uptown. It is a brand new venue. Hasn't been used, I think, by anybody from a party collective yet. So, we can't wait to see y'all. June 14th, the tickets are available now. Everybody's bio, Posh. You can search it on Posh. So yeah, man. Any questions you guys have, reach out. And also with the way the world is financially, we want to make this. Another goal was to make this as financially, available to everybody as possible. So, we still offering the open bar. You can purchase food. So, yeah, it is. This is the perfect way to do this on the tail end of this. So, yeah, that's my spiel, man. That's really, I think all we got, man. So we can't wait to see y'all there. Like my motto is always come, kiss your ex. Say your phone died when you're not answering your current boyfriend or girlfriend. Bring them in and leave them at the bar. All the type of shit we want to see. That's the type of shit that I can come and talk about here.
Change your location to the old iPhone you got. Leave it at home.
Leave your phone in the car. Say, I forgot it, and then just write your numbers on a piece of paper. Vibes.
Tell all the homies don't post on these stories so no one can know what's
Yeah. Make sure nobody posts on your story. Smack phones out each other. Hey, yo, come on, chill out.
All that, just come have some fun.
Just come have a good time with us, man. So that's it. Yeah. All right, we ready to rock? I think we're ready to go. What do we have here? I think we got shout outs. We don't have anything new. Well, the news ties into the bunch of sports shit we got on here. Damn. We don't got nothing for the ladies on this episode. Number of fucking sports. But anyway. All right, shout outs. Let's start off with shouting out Outkast. We're getting to Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We need to get a soundboard or something so we could do some claps. Mm-hmm. But yeah, shout out to Outkast for making the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. To me, Outkast is my favorite rap group ever.
They're definitely up there in the groups.
Yeah, they're the two of the greatest rappers ever. And I know people don't put as much respect on Big Boy's name, but they need to. Mm-hmm. So yeah, shout out to them, man. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is an honor, especially for Black people to get in because we are few and far between in that space. So shout out to Outkast for making the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, well deserved, and they're in a space where they can still receive their flowers while they're here. So very, 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 very important. So shout out to them. Shout out to Big Boy. Shout out to Andre 3000.
It's definitely amazing to see such a high prestigious group and the culture to be able to gain their flowers in such categories that most wouldn't deem them to be rock. But the thing is, everyone has to remember the rock is blues, and African American culture created the blues. And the white man kind of stole it. So for them to be inaugurated and to be able to gain access into that Hall of Fame is amazing, man. Any black artist or black artist group to be able to gain that recognition and that fame and that that those flowers and those type of categories, I feel like is amazing because it's just showing love. It's just showing love to what they stand for, their message, their image, their their lyricism, just everything that artist or group can make and has done in the past. So shout out to Outkast.
Shout out to Outkast, man. Well, I guess our second shout out will jump right into some of the mainstays here. I want to shout out to Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts decided to skip Jalen Hurts and the rest of the Eagles. I think those 12 other Eagles. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. I don't know the rest of you now. I'm sorry, man. Sorry. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to name all your names. Jalen Hurts, sorry. He was the one that hit the news cycle. But shout out to Jalen Hurts and the rest of the Eagles that skipped their White House visit.
Oh, yeah.
So,
that's a fact.
Yeah, shout out to them. He said he has scheduling conflicts. Anytime I don't want to go somewhere, I'm just going to send y'all a picture of Jalen Hurts now. I got a scheduling conflict. That's all I'm going to do.
If I send you this picture, just know I ain't coming.
I'm not coming.
I'm not coming.
All right.
I'm not coming.
And then they showed him actually at the Beverly Mays concert. I don't know if that was just the internet, but hey, I'm going to go with it. They showed him actually at the Beverly Mays concert with his girl. So shout out to him.
That's amazing. Fuck I want to be at the White House for? With that individual.
Especially now. And
with that one individual, bro.
Right.
Fuck that.
And listen, we have been on record on this podcast saying if things turn around and this guy does a good job, we'll be the first to say it.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened.
I'll be mad about it, but yeah.
I will because at the point where we were, I was like, we need any type of change. However it's going to go, it's going to go. That has not happened. It's gone nothing but pure downhill.
It's only been 100 days so
bro.
Far. Like we just hit the 100-day mark not too long ago. So like
everything's more expensive. Taxes are higher. Stock market's in the garbage. Student loans coming back. So
country's just laughing at us.
Yeah. Tariffs are 389%.
Insane, bro.
So
Shit really about to become because I know that saying the rat race and shit is really about to be a race, bro. Like yo, and not to like sound all like apocalyptic or just like sad and shit. It's just tough, man. And I know we all struggling. We all, trying to do what we can do to stay positive and this and that third. And that's why I'm kind of happy summer's coming because like, just let loose. And like obviously there's other ways to like, let loose. There's yoga, sports, a hobby, drinking, smoking, or whatever you want to do and stuff like that to vent. But Jesus Christ, I feel like we need that now than ever. But it's tough with this one man doing what he's doing, and hopefully we could bounce back because shit
is right. But yeah, so say Jalen decided to skip it, but your boy, I'm saying your boy because I'm not claiming that nigga.
Oh,
I don't know. Saquon, what they call him? The internet's so uncreative. Saquon, y'all could have come up with something better. Well, goes into Saquon was seen. Saquon Barkley was seen golfing, taking pictures, and on the current president's jet with him, just being very friendly.
Mm-hmm.
And then, for me, I'm not going to be one of those people that's like, oh, I just see you take a picture with Donald Trump and I'm about to vilify you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means. And I'm not even like, your political beliefs are your political beliefs. I'm not going to trip.
Yeah.
It's his response to people calling him out is my issue. Exactly. Right? So So Saquon goes, so the internet at this point is on Saquon's ass. Right? They're saying, how could you be around Donald Trump? Niggas posting pictures with his girl, all types of shit.
Yeah, they're going kind of crazy.
So this was Saquon's response to the. He said, "LOL. Some people are really upset because I played golf and flew to the White House with the president. Maybe I just respect the office, buddy. Mistake number one there saying that. That to me, listen. And when we get into our senators talk, this is what they talking about, right? But." Maybe I just respect the office. Not a hard concept to understand. Now you calling niggas stupid. Buddy, not the best idea when smart people of color are calling you out.
Yeah.
I just golfed with Obama not too long ago. Literally not the point. That is also an awful.
That's like saying, no, I have a black friend too.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Like saying, yeah, I hang out with niggas too. That's hanging out with the Ku Klux Klan and then being like, y'all got black friends. That doesn't erase anything, Saquon.
It's not gonna like even it out.
And then he doubles down. I look forward to finishing my round with Trump. Now y'all get out my mentions with all this politics and have an amazing day. Let's break this down, man. Do you want to start with? Do you have any thoughts on your boy Saquon Barkley?
Like, as an individual, I feel like we all have our interests and our beliefs. And obviously, in the end of the day, they're all opinions because they're not factuals. You believe in what you want to believe. You like what you like. You're for whatever you're for. As an athlete, I love a guy, good records and stuff, done what he's done, jumped from team to team and stuff, whatnot. Now, when it comes to politics, it's finicky. It's always been finicky. It's like just one of those things like a lot of people don't like to talk about, just like with like wages and stuff like that. You just, but the way I feel he could have gone about it was just not even addressing that at all, truthfully. Because whether or not he responded, he's still going to be looked as negative. It's going to be negative, whether it's responding or not. I feel like him just honestly just whatever, like let people say what they want to say. It is what it is. Because the minute you open your mouth, bro, it's gonna hurt you, whether it's from their side or this side, us or them, regardless. Now he said what he said. Okay. Obviously it's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's kind of a bit demeaning in a way. And obviously eventually it's going to be brushed off, whatever, once the season starts or whatever, he does crazy ass stats, boom. But right now it's a bit finicky. Now I'm not saying you can't golf with the president. Like if regardless of what he stands for, what he believes in and stuff like that, if that individual, like Saquon said, he believes in the office, regardless if it's Trump or if it's Biden or whoever it was, then I guess from an American patriot standpoint, then maybe, you're for that. You believe in whoever is in the office, POTUS and stuff like that. Like that is the president. But it's tough. It's tough.
I'm not going front. I don't want to hear none of that Saquon shit. Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you 100 different reasons why. First and foremost, you can support who you support. Mm-hmm. But the minute you decide that I'm going to be a public figure, I'm going to entertain, I'm going to be like, you may not have a responsibility to anyone here, mm-hmm. but you have a responsibility to respond you have a responsibility to explain some of the things that are happening that seem to be now out of the context of who we see you are. Right? And when I say that I hope it doesn't come off like word vomit, but Saquon Barkley, people obviously dug up old tweets of him, supporting black initiatives, trying to give back to the black community. You cannot then say, I respect an office that is doing the exact opposite of that is trying to take that away. Yeah. And when you are a public figure, me in private, nobody's going to know, like, you know what I mean? Exactly. When you decide to be a public figure where kids are looking up to you, where people are idolizing you, that is a responsibility that you've decided to take on. Mm-hmm. I know when people say, yo, I didn't actually look up to me. Well, sorry, that's life. When you're famous and when you have people that you want to influence, that is what happens. Yeah. Saquon Barkley, I think if Saquon Barkley, golf with the president, never said a word, yes, I would still look at him funny. Yeah. But you now making it seem like people are overreacting is the problem. Because you can't tell people how to feel when you disappoint them.
Yeah.
So, for me, it just comes off like, the thing with Donald Trump has a class problem. All right?
Oh, yeah.
Donald Trump is
100%.
You got to be a good nigga. Like, you got to be a nigga with money. You got to be a nigga that can carry yourself. Mm-hmm. Cool. It's a class problem. And that is, we're having a class war right now. He's trying to make a large separation between the I wouldn't even say upper middle class, the rich, the poor, and and whoever can survive in the middle class mm-hmm. is what, that's it. It's cool.
Dividing, yeah.
So for me, I think that tweet just breeds a bunch of ignorance. You can vote and do whatever the fuck you want, but understand, once you make those actions and intentions clear, you're opening yourself up to criticism.
Yeah.
Whether it's on both sides. If there are people that have critique the Democratic Party and show public support for them, people have the right to come in at you and tell you how they feel, and that's it. That's the job of being a public figure. Mm-hmm. That is what comes with this. So for me, it just sounded real coonish. It sounded coonish. I respect the office when the office doesn't respect the people that look like you. I don't understand. I don't get it. I think that, like, and it's not even like he just went to the White House, right? You go to the White House, you do what NFL teams do. I'm cool with it. That's, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Some teams decide to skip it. Some teams decide to go. Cool. Great. But when you do the friendly stuff, it makes it a declaration of support. And then that just gives us the wrong idea. And then saying, well, I go for Obama. Obama's not the president. Obama isn't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a good response. So I was just disappointed. I said, vote for who you vote for. Go golf. Shit. You want to go golf? That's fine. Mm-hmm. But the response to make it seem like people are crazy for critiquing you is where I've realized I have a consistent problem with that. I don't like when people feel like they can't be critiqued when they make something public. If you open the world to it, you need to be open to receiving whatever the world's going to give back.
Yeah, because it's already out there. It's like Pandora's box.
You opened it. You know what I mean? And it's going to be the same thing when I talk about the NFL and Shedeur. When you do something in public, you're opening that door.
Yeah.
You guys want to do things in public. You guys want to be famous. You guys want to be these figures, but that comes with something, and you guys have to accept that responsibility. That's part of the damn thing. That's why media is contracted. That's why media is part of your contract.
Yeah.
That's why if you skip media day, you get fined. Like, these things are part of the game. And then that's where, you give players the opportunity to control the narrative when which I'm all in support of. But understand, whatever you say will be used against you in the court of public opinion.
Exactly.
So,
like, for instance, the Dodgers, they also went to the White House because they won the World Series, the 2024 World Series.
Yep.
So recently they went to the White House. It wasn't catching much traction. Obviously, some people were like, "Oh, wow, you know what it is? It is what it is, whatever." But not a single player said anything. They just took photos and they were there, because that's usually the thing. Whatever champions win, they go to the White House. They didn't catch much wind of it, but I believe with Saquon saying what he said, I think is what made it more like, the kerosene into the fire. Because had he just taken his photos, golf with the president, that's it, then boom. Obviously some people are going to look at him funny, like, why are you playing with the president, this and that? But if you would have just mouth shut, not saying, he doesn't have the right to say anything. Of course you have the right, but in the perception of the public, they're just going to come at you. So I believe if you were just nothing, not a single word, just play golf, boom, let them think whatever they want to think, you would have been good, my boy. But now, everyone's going to look at you funny. And the best way to just win them back or not is just play your game, get your stats, go crazy.
Yeah, and listen, I don't expect the NFL isn't the morality high ground. We know that. We know the history of the NFL. We know how the NFL moves. You niggas don't surprise me. Y'all don't, you know what I'm saying? So, the thing is, I met Saquon twice before in my life. Really seemed like a really nice guy, and I'm sure he is a nice guy. He's just a dickhead. Like, this is just a dickhead thing to do.
Yeah.
Like, it just seemed like, you know what? I'm going to do this thing, and I don't like people talking about it, so I'm going to react.
Yeah.
Obviously, his PR didn't advise him on the right way to move. You also live in, I also have a theory, right? You're in Philadelphia. Pennsylvania was a swing state that went red.
Yes.
So you might feel more comfortable now. If you were in New York, I don't think he would have the nuts to say something like this. It's just too opposite of Trump's thoughts here. So, I just think it, and it does sound coonish. I'm a juck and jive for whoever's in the office and not care about how the office is affecting the people. And like I said, Donald Trump has a class problem. He looks at people with money as, we're equal, we could talk, we could do whatever. Anybody that's below him, specifically black people, it's, hey, you guys need to work harder. Yeah. You guys need to stop being entitled. You guys need to do this. It's based off of just, he is rolled back. I can't even count how many DI initiatives. I want to shout out to Harvard for standing strong. They're suing Donald Trump, and they refuse to roll back their DI initiatives.
That shit is amazing, truthfully.
Shout out to Harvard, man. Who would have thought that they would be the ones to stand tall?
Out of all the big universities and just Harvard, bro.
Shout out to Harvard, man. And they got the money to fight. I think I read that Harvard has I don't know what the word is, but a back catalog of money of like $50 million, some shit that they can afford it. So it is what it is, man. Like,
just imagine being a student at Harvard, and like on your resume, you're able to say like you helped the school sue Donald Trump and win. If it gets to that point, like, that's insane, bro.
Yeah, I don't see a world where, how do I say this? I don't see a world where Saquon can come back from this after the damage is already done and people look at him the same. Also, he might not give a fuck.
He might not, bro.
He's honestly rich. He'll be rich forever. Exactly. Like, he probably won't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the problem, right? You give him some money, you give some niggas some money, and they just forget about everything.
Yeah.
So, I just think it's a lack of responsibility. And, that's really it, That's all I got. What else we got here? Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders. Okay. My boy. If y'all don't know what happened, the NFL draft was last week, Thursday.
Yep.
Shedeur Sanders, who was projected to be a first round pick, up to, maybe even a top 5 pick. Shedeur slid to the 5th round and was picked 144. So I guess if there's more backstory to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people were saying that Shedeur interviewed bad, that he wasn't a first round talent, and that he seemed arrogant and they didn't want to take him on with all the extra stuff, being dad being primetime Deion Sanders, all that good stuff. So, I want to not tread carefully because there are 2 sides to this. So, initially, when I see him slide out the 1st round, I'm like,
what the fuck is happening?
The fuck going on?
Yeah.
This is them trying to, there's some racist shit. Naturally, man, I'm flying off the handle. But then, as you're hearing analysts, black, white, yellow, everybody, hey, Shedeur technically wasn't a first round talent. He's not this, he's not that. I'm going to tell all y'all at ESPN that were saying this stupidity. You guys are all part of the problem. And him sliding to the 5th round was absolutely disgusting. And let me tell you why. I'm not a football expert. I never played in the NFL. I barely played football. Like, I was good. I was cool. I'm not the most knowledgeable guy on the planet.
Yeah.
But once there were 4 other quarterbacks picked ahead of him that were not even rated in the same weight class as him, that didn't have half the season he did, that didn't have any of whatever they say, the tools he did, I was like, okay, obviously something's going on.
Yeah, there's a pattern going on here that it's really significant, like blatantly there.
Yeah, it was blatant. And I kept hearing the tape is telling me this. You niggas shut up. You niggas have not picked up on football. Some of you niggas, I kept saying tape this, tape that, the internet. Guys, please, leave that shit to the experts. You know what the stats tell you? Shedeur threw 4,000 yards, 35 touchdowns last year. He took a team that had 1 win 2 years ago and brought them to 9.
Which is
ridiculous.
Insane, bro.
Their best season in almost I don't know how many years. And with a horrible offensive line that could barely protect him.
That's a fact.
So here are the things. So that's when I'm like, okay. Also, I've seen the word tape, and I'm like, well, you guys like Zach Wilson, and he sucks. Johnny Manziel did crack. I even know. Listen, Johnny Manziel's tape is incredible. That's crazy. But he did crack.
He fell off crazy.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm like, yo, bro, like, what are we talking about? But I try to be open-minded, and I'm like, all right, maybe Shedeur was a dickhead in the interviews. If I'm running around here with maybe $7 million and doing whatever the fuck I want, and my dad's Deion Sanders, maybe I'll be a dickhead too. Cool. If you didn't think his dickheadness was worth the 1st round, cool, no problem. I will live with that. Fine. You know what? Even 2nd round. Cool. They weren't, you know what I mean? And it's the problem. They're going to make me shit on quarterbacks that don't deserve to be shit on. There are 2 franchises that I wish nothing but the worst on now. The Pittsburgh Steelers and the New Orleans Saints. Because you 2 teams were just being petty. You 2 teams have the worst quarterbacks in the NFL right now. The Saints don't have a quarterback.
They don't.
They picked some nigga, Tyler Show, right? Tyler Show is 27 years old already. Going into the league, 27 years old. The nigga played like shit last year. He's gotten like 3 fractured legs. They picked him ahead of Shedeur. I wish you guys nothing but the worst because you stupid niggas are just being petty. The Pittsburgh Steelers. You niggas are waiting on Aaron Rodgers, who is 45 years old and looked like shit last year and is coming from an Achilles tear 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You
That's
2
my
niggas
boy too, but it's just like it's done, bro. It's done for it.
You 2 teams rather be petty than
take the chip.
Than take Shedeur. And listen, if you guys really felt like, you know what, he's not the guy for us, cool. I think that's bullshit. And I really was frustrated when ESPN kept saying, no, the NFL, they're about winning. They will take anybody as long as they can help them win. That's not true.
That's bullshit.
That's bullshit. And let me tell you, it's like if I rob a bank and then if I rob a bank and then the cops, I do my time, I tell you I'm reformed. A bank is robbed, I'm holding a gun in the mask, and then the cops arrest me. I'm like, wait, why did you assume I robbed the bank? That is the NFL to me. The NFL has history of racism, trying to humble black people. I don't want to be over extra, and the whole Colin Kaepernick is a whole completely different situation. But the NFL is known to get together, come up with an idea to harm one player, and then go through with it. So I don't know why people think that's so crazy. I 150% think the owners, the boys' club of the owners, called each other and said, nobody take him in the first 4 rounds to teach him a lesson. I 150% think that happened. I 100% think that's how it went down. Hey, you know what? We all and then by the time we get to the 5th round, whoever gets it first gets it first. That is exactly what I think happened. I do not think that all these teams that needed a quarterback the Cleveland Browns took Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round. In round 3, they took Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel is 5'9". Like, he has all the things that are opposite of what you want in a quarterback.
Exactly, yeah.
So
it's blatant pettiness.
Yeah. So now you have 2 niggas on the roster that are it's not close. Mm-hmm. And listen, I reserve the right to be wrong if Shedeur Sanders is a bust, but it's not the point. It's the need to humble a kid when confidence is exactly what you want in your quarterback.
Exactly.
I think that when Baker Mayfield had the confidence, nobody had a problem. Johnny Manziel's running around here, chains, money on his head, partying in college. Nobody had a problem with it.
Yep.
But Shedeur Sanders is different.
Yeah.
And listen, if he was bombing interviews, I hear the teams. I don't think that's dope either. But at the same time, this is what I believe. I think the owners came together and was like, yo, bro, you know what? We're gonna do something to him. We're gonna teach him and his dad a lesson.
Humble them real quick.
Yeah, I don't think Shedeur Sanders was not a 5th round pick, and the NFL has a history of doing shit like this. So no, I don't believe the NFL when they said, "Yo, bro, I also don't believe that the Shedeur Sanders, if you guys don't know, also was prank called that he was picked when he wasn't.
I heard about that. Yeah, that's
so the defensive coordinator of the Atlanta Falcons, Jeff Ulbrich, his son, who's 21, got Shedeur's the NFL phone, because they had 2 phones that day. Mm-hmm. Found the number in a notebook, called him, filmed it, and then
that's so whack.
So I think the coordinator was fined $250,000 and the Falcons were fined $100,000. If my son costs me $100,000, I'm gonna tell you this right now. You have to find a new place to live, buddy.
That trust fund is done.
Over with. So, but I just think that shit is disgusting, bro. That shit made me sick to my stomach.
No, it is.
I felt so bad for Shedeur, man. He's a kid. He's a child. He's 21 years old. He's 22 years old, bro. This is my brother's age. I don't care what. Like, I don't understand what you guys expect these kids to do now. Yeah. This is like the big change, the arrogance. That is all kids in college that are getting money.
That's the God complex in all young youth. I even sound old saying that, but it's just the truth. When you're younger, you feel like you're on top of the world. You're in the best shape of your life. You're in prime. The God complex. You're not a chip in your arm or anything like that. And for the league to do this, from what I'm hearing, if they were to do this or if they did, it's just whack. Because, like John said, you would want your quarterbacks to have confidence, bro. It's what's gonna breed you wins. It's the commodity of a team coming together, knowing that your main guy is gonna be able to perform at his best and have his team back him up for it. I've seen some games of his in the past. Amazing kid, done amazing shit in Colorado, bro. It's just like, damn. It's kind of sad that they would go to this extent of knowing we're going to choose 2 other people who are probably shit just to show him, like, relax, buddy, pump the brakes. Like, you got too much dip on your chip. hopefully he performs. Hopefully he makes
Yeah,
that. Hopefully he
I
makes
am rooting for
everyone.
that kid, man.
Hopefully he makes everyone see like, yo, y'all should have picked me. Hopefully he gets to shine, and just prove everyone wrong in this instance. Honestly,
And I'm a warn Cleveland now. If Shedeur has let's say, because Shedeur technically, he's the fourth string, third string, whatever. We'll see. I think he's going to end up starting by early. They're going to suck so bad he's going to end up starting by early mid-season.
yeah.
I'm a warn the Cleveland Browns. If he is even half as good as we think he can be, he's out of there because you got one of the teams that played in his face. He's going to end up on a team that didn't need a quarterback, that will need one next year.
Yeah.
If you guys play with him. Right? So I am all for just, I don't know, man. I was disgusted. And I was on the internet. I hated seeing all the analysts like
Breaking it down and just
he slid because of this. It's bullshit. Right? And I heard Joy Taylor, she said it the best. She was like, we have spent years hearing about quarterback experts.
Mm-hmm.
None of you niggas know what's going on.
It's a fact. Because none of y'all motherfuckers ever played the game.
And not even that, you guys have gotten it wrong so many times.
Yeah.
Tom Brady was a 6th-round pick.
Yes.
Dak Prescott was a 3rd-round pick. Brock Purdy was the last pick in the NFL.
Yep.
You guys consistently get it wrong. So stop making it seem like this is the end-all, be-all, which, I mean, it kind of puts to the point where people are like, you know what, it happened. Now it's time to play.
Exactly.
Which, that is the best advice to give him right now, bro. It's time to play.
You there. Bro.
Let's get right. Let's do the thing. But this is going to, if he plays well, I'm telling you, this is going to bite Cleveland in the ass. This is going to bite the Pittsburgh Steelers. I wish nothing but the worst for them. It's going to bite New Orleans Saints. It's going to bite y'all in the ass. Even the Giants, because the Giants, listen.
They could have went crazy.
Not even that.
Because we need a fucking quarterback.
Listen, they picked Jackson Dart in the first round instead of Shedeur. People say that's close, but the NFL is obsessed with tall white boys that can throw far. That is all they need. Yo, you're tall, you're white, you can throw far. They think every white boy is Josh Allen. If he does not work out, y'all are in trouble. We've seen the Daniel Jones experiment. Shedeur is going to end up a Dallas Cowboy or a San Francisco 49er if things do not, if Cleveland plays around. So, shout out to that young man. I'm a big Sanders supporter. I'm a big Shedeur guy. I don't like the idea of corporations humbling you because they feel like you're doing too much. Because these conversations that we're having now had nothing to do with football. If we're talking about on the field production and talent, had nothing to do with it. So I don't want to hear that, if they wanted to win, they would have picked them. That's not true.
That's not true.
Shedeur Sanders was better than 4 quarterbacks that were picked.
Crazy thing is the Saints, they went 5 for 12 last season.
And they're going to be 3-12 and 3-13 now.
And then
3-14, whatever.
Pittsburgh was 10-7. Browns was 3-14. So it's. I have high hopes that he does what he has to do. The season is usually 18 weeks, I think.
Yeah, 18 weeks.
18 weeks.
With one bye week,
So they all play about 17 games or ish. I hope by before mid season he gets to shine, man. Because it's moments like that is where you just gotta all right, they shit on me, cool. I just gotta show them. I gotta do what I gotta do, and I'll shine.
Yeah, I wish nothing but I don't want to see the success of the Pittsburgh Steelers or the New Orleans Saints. Because I know you niggas got together. The owners were like, hey, man, we're going to teach this kid a lesson. It's only us 4 that need quarterbacks. So we're going to go in, we're going to teach him something. That's it. There's only 4 teams that needed quarterbacks every round. So, I don't know, man. Shout out to Shedeur. Shout out to the Sanders, man. I really, I felt for him, man. When I'm watching it, and he put together a whole draft party, and his family was there, and it was day 1, day 2, day 3. I'm like, yo, bro, this is ridiculous. The prank call, I just didn't feel it. And it also sends a message to what the NFL thinks about Deion Sanders. All that primetime shit, that, he's great. Niggas ain't jacking that shit, bro. Yeah, there's always a fire truck driving past this damn place. But anyway, yeah, the NFL is telling me that we don't give a fuck about that primetime Deion Sanders shit at all. So,
bro, even Travis Kelce on his podcast was giving praises to the kid, bro.
yeah,
He was
he handled it so well.
Yeah, he was saying, God, I love this for Cleveland. Kelce said, I really do, man. The Browns fans deep down in my heart is just like, fuck yeah. Despite being drafted later than expected, Sanders still has a chance to assert himself as a star in the next level. Kelce also says that I'm not sure why he dropped, whether it was the interviews or what they saw on the film. What I saw on film, I thought he was a way higher pick. I think that's all that should matter. This is going to be a fresh start for him. I could see him working his ass off and becoming the starter quarterback in the Cleveland at some point for sure. And if you got someone like Travis Kelce, bro, behind your back saying this, then you know you're going to do something right. You're doing something right. It's just sometimes these folks just get the shit wrong. And son, I hope he shines. Truthfully, bro, I really hope he shines because the Browns need it. That's for sure.
Yeah, Cleveland Browns have been shitty for years,
for a while, bro. So, but shout out to Sanders, bro. He definitely praying the kid goes crazy.
Yeah, nothing but praise to him, man. And I'm gonna get me a little Shedeur Sanders jersey and never wear it, but I see if it's good for her. I'm saying all this shit, hey.
Well, I mean, the summer games, they could put him up there.
I mean, that's the problem.
Preseason games, you know.
He's got to work so much hard, which I think could be a good thing.
More harder.
Because you're now like the 5th round pick, you got to work so much harder, which like is good.
3rd or 4th string and shit, you got to really show.
You really got to go and put your best foot forward. And they say he's already in Cleveland training. Mini camp starts in the middle of May.
May, yeah.
So he's already there before. So yeah, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. So shout out to him, man. Get low. You know, just focus on football. Lock in. Focus on football. That's it.
Lock in, young.
That's it, man. What else we got here? Did we cover all the Shanon Sharpe stuff? Because I feel like after we recorded last, maybe some more stuff came out.
What more stuff came out?
Did we talk about last week that the report came out that he tried to settle for $10 million before all this came out?
Yes, we talked about.
We did talk about. Okay. I don't think that's an admission of guilt, but I also don't think it looks good for him because you want to settle before this goes public because
exactly,
as you can see, this going public, whether good or bad, is going to tarnish Shanon Sharpe's name. Bro. Last week we predicted that. We predicted that he'd never seen ESPN seat again, and we were right because shortly after we finished recording, ESPN said, he said he screenshotted what his PR sent him and put it on the internet and said, "I'm taking a leave of absence from ESPN." No, ESPN told you has to go sit down, you will never see an ESPN seat again, buddy. So
it's tough, man.
It's tough. I before I start defending anybody, because that is also an issue. Don't defend people before you know shit.
Yeah.
I'm not in any defense of Shanon Sharpe, especially because more allegations are coming out.
Mm-hmm.
It's come out that he had a previous allegation at Fox, which he settled on.
Oh, with the other young.
Yeah, I think that. I don't know. I just don't think this shit is a coincidence. I think that Shanon need to do some healing. That nigga need to keep his hands to himself, and nigga need to get some discipline.
That's a fact.
I think that. I think everything. I think we said this last week, but everything can be true. I think Shanon could have been doing nasty shit, being overly aggressive, and the girl could have seen him as a lick, as you see in the text messages. Yep. You know, put a baby in me, 25,000. Like, everything can be true.
Basically feeding into his desires and just pleasurable advice and stuff. And knowing, like, all right, if he's into this shit, maybe I could get a bag off of him.
She definitely got a bag. And also, Shanon, please with the I met this girl at the gym shit. You met this girl on the internet and you start paying for pussy. That's what happened. Please.
You tricking, man.
Yeah, that's it. Like, you didn't meet her at the gym and enough.
Like,
come on,
Shanon. You know better, bro. You're 50-something years old, bro.
I don't know. It seems like he doesn't know better. Like, you would think he's been in NFL for years. You know, he's now, I don't know.
I gotta know if he was that freak, Nick.
Nah, he was at
He 50
Electric
something.
Zoo. That nigga don't like black people. That nigga was not. That is not his cup of tea. That nigga was not a freak Nick. Pretty. Nah, he was at Electric Zoo and the frat
EBT and
parties.
shit.
Frat parties with his shirt off. Hey, Dilbert, you can say the N word. Like he was
a token.
he was giving white boys the N word pass. So,
damn, Shanon.
So yeah, I didn't know if we covered everything because more shit came out, but it's over for Shan. I'm sorry, and I'm not praying on his downfall till we get more information.
Of course.
But I did see Stephen A. Smith say black media couldn't wait to
get their hands on this story because
Stephen A. buddy, listen, he's out of there, so it's easy for you to say that because you're never gonna have to work with him again.
Mm-hmm.
Enough, okay, like enough. So yeah, I don't know. I love to see how this plays out. It doesn't seem like this lawsuit's going anywhere.
No, that shit. I feel like this is gonna. It'll take some time for sure. Not too long, but it'll take some time. It's a bit disappointing because now where do you go from this, bro? If you got let go by Disney, ESPN or whatever, how can obviously unless you have your own platform, people will still tune in, but it's just like you're essentially a liability. Who would want to work with you? I
just don't understand niggas with money. Like y'all just have to move smarter, better.
That too.
Like I don't get it. Like to me, if I'm up $150, $200 million, bro, if I'm up way less than that, you have to know that everything you do, everything you say is being monitored, recorded. Like, so I don't understand how you can be so comfortable on the phone saying this to a girl that you don't know.
Get some fucking NDAs, bro.
Yeah. Like, I don't get it.
Tell Shorty put the phone in the little sleeve that.
But I think she's alleging a crime, so I don't think NDAs matter when it comes to alleging a crime. If she's alleging assault, I don't think that would come into play. But because
I take back what I said. No, not even because now I'm thinking about what I just said. That's kind of enabling his actions. Fuck that. Just do better, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Like, bro, no means no. Like, Shorty don't want to be choked. I don't choke her, bro. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know the truth, so I'm never condemning the girl. I'm not trying. I mean, I don't mind throwing Shanon Sharpe on the bus. I don't give a fuck if you're a nasty old man. Like, I already think you're nasty for feeling the need to carry on this type of relationship with a child, pretty much. And listen, don't get me wrong. I also want to, how do I say this? If this girl is she's a sex worker, I want to support her right to get her money, not support the right of false accusations if those are false.
Yeah.
But if this is what she does, this is her job, it's her job. But what she's accusing him of is a crime.
Yes.
So it's a completely different than a girl just making up a story.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear rumors about, I think him and Shaq feud and how Shaq was in support of the girl. Like, there's a lot going on. I don't think this is some big conspiracy theory, though. I think that Shanon Sharpe is a nasty old man, and he got the wrong one that is going to expose him being a nasty old man. Mm-hmm. To me, this doesn't seem like some wild conspiracy theory. Everyone's out to get him. I don't think this was orchestrated by anybody. Mm-hmm. I think that he called a girl that every time I hear a phone call and audio, it sounds like a setup.
Yeah. Like she did her research.
She's like, this is not right, Shanon. Like the way she talks, she talks like a cop. Mm-hmm. Like she talks like a police officer. Like I got you.
Yeah.
And the way these freaking audio clips are coming out back to back to back every time he says something. Yeah, come on. Like,
Shanon.
He gonna have to pay that $50 million.
That's insane.
He gonna I don't know. Unless he has his lawyers seem like they're dropping the ball too. Just everything he's doing, is a mess.
Take his damn phone away, bro.
Please. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't see a world where he beats this.
Tricking is something else, man. Tricking and committing crimes is wild.
Yeah, I don't know. This is crazy to me. So we got through the rest of Shannon. I don't think there's anything else on Shannon Sharpe. We will keep you guys updated because I'm fascinated by this. He is a nasty old man.
Not yet. I feel like more is definitely going to come out to the limelight for sure. Probably more clips, more audio clips or texts, or he'll probably fucking drop another screenshot saying some shit.
No, I'm excited to see the discovery in this trial because they're going to have to play the full. They're going to have to show us the full text messages, and they're going to have to play us the full audio of these things. If he's alleging some of this is edited, if he's alleging that some of this is not, not true and it's been manipulated a certain way, well, Discovery is going to tell us all that.
Of course.
It's going to tell us everything we need to know. So, I'm excited to see Discovery, to be honest with you. That is where I'm at. We'll see. So, that Shannon Sharpe, stop being gross. But, yeah, I can't imagine I have a 19-year-old daughter and she tells me she's fucking a 6-year-old man. Man, he won't make it to next week. I'm not playing with you.
You know that documentary's going to be crazy when that shit drop.
Sick.
Either Netflix or whoever they're going to do.
Sick.
It's going to be wild.
I guess, man, we got so much sports today.
Yeah.
We got, did you see
Tyrese
Haliburton and his pops?
Like, all right, I saw the game, but I give me context exactly what happened. It was with Tyrese Haliburton's pops or who? Like, got into altercation.
So it was Giannis.
It was Giannis, right?
Yeah.
But because they got packed up, right?
Well, I mean, I don't like. I didn't really give a fuck about that series, so I did see the end of the game, and I did see the confrontation. So pretty much, it seemed like after Tyrese hit the game-winning shot, and Tyrese's dad is hyped, he's excited. My son just scored right in Giannis. They're celebrating. He gets on the court and pretty much gets in Giannis' face, and Giannis is like, "Yo, you dead ass? Like, what's up? Like, what's up?" So they rub in foreheads and whatever, and I'm trying to think, right, like. As a player that is 3 times this man's size, Giannis is 6'10", 285, muscles on his teeth. Like, if I even smack you, you might not wake up. Sure. So the level of restraint that Giannis showed, because in my brain at that point, what I'm thinking is, you're a fan. Fuck you being a parent. You're a fan getting in my face on the floor. I have the right to defend myself because I'm the prize. Exactly. I'm all these things.
Yeah.
So if I smack you into next Tuesday, and then I'm gonna smack Tyrese just cause I gotta smack your son too. Yeah. And then if you got a brother, I gotta smack him too. So I gotta smack 3 people. So at that point, Giannis is a lot of restraint. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And even his post-game recap, he was like, I was just raised on respect. I wasn't raised that way to do that. Yeah. You guys won. To react, yeah. Cool, that's fine. But understand that's not how you handle it. And I even respected Tyrese too, because he went on the post-game press conference and said, yo, what my dad did wasn't right. Mm-hmm. I don't fuck with that shit. I'm going to have a long talk with him. Can't do that. A lot of people are saying he shouldn't be allowed to go to any more Pacers games. I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of with it.
Really?
Okay.
I
would suspend him for the next series.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Like that, take your ass home.
Because you
bugging out.
You touched the player. You can't. Yeah,
exactly.
Bro, you touched the player. You can't do that.
Because I'm completely fine with what's the word? What's the goddamn word? It's pretty much like keeping
safe distance?
No, not safe distance. Keeping people held accountable.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
To keep your parents held accountable for 100%. Sure, like, yo, bro, I'm the star. He's a star. Dad, what the fuck are you doing, bro? You fucking up. You fucking up my bag. You fucking up for my family, for us, because you want to be all uppity and hype that we want. Cool, but you don't gotta be on this man's face. That 100% completely stand for. But like forever, no. But like next series, I think that's.
Oh no, yeah, not forever. Yeah. I think everybody should be forgiven.
Yeah.
But I think next series.
Yeah.
But even if you want to go the rest of the playoffs, hey bro, you guys sit your ass at home.
Yeah,
teach you something. Sit down somewhere.
I think that's fine. 100%.
But Like, I get it. You're an excited parent. Let me take that back. An excited parent doesn't get in another player's face.
That's a fact, too.
Especially, we've grown men now. This is not an AAU tournament. We've grown up.
This ain't Little League.
So he could have really got knocked the fuck out, and it would have been cool.
Yeah.
It would have been cool. Yeah. Like, niggas would have been like, bro, you deserved it. You don't get another grown man face.
At all.
Rubbing foreheads. Like, bro, what you on right now?
Yeah, he's bugging out.
So, yeah. I don't get it. So, but like I said, I like Tyrese's response, and Tyrese played great.
He did his thing.
And it's funny because Tyrese just last week, they came out with a poll that the 150 players took about who's the most overrated basketball player in the NBA.
Oh, shit.
No, who's the most overrated star in the NBA? Star. Uh-huh. And Tyrese Haliburton was voted the most overrated player.
Really?
And now look what the nigga doing. Nigga daddy in your face, nigga hitting layups, back, he doing all types of shit on you. So, shout out to the Pacers for winning that series in dominant fashion. Also, we didn't get a chance to say it's the top of the show, but praise to Damian Lillard, man. He tore his Achilles. I hate fucking seeing that shit, bro. Man, I hate seeing that.
Damian Lillard, that game, and bro, he just from seeing, because like, all right, I haven't been a big NBA fan only before, just because like, whatever, basketball was whatever for me. But up until FanDuel, and I know it's funny, but it is what it is. But it made me want to get more into this game.
Yeah.
And seeing certain individuals play and stuff like that, when they leave the court, bro, slowly, it's just never a good look, bro.
Yeah.
When the announcers was talking about, Lillard went down, this and that, I was like, oh shit, all right, hopefully he comes back up. But once he was moving slow, I was like, damn, bro, that looked like something, and it looked like season closing. Like that's it.
Yeah, man, it looked bad. I hated seeing it. Damian Lillard, he's one of the players I really, really enjoy watching.
Same time, bro.
So I hated seeing that. He's probably out for majority of next year, too. Dame's 34, so he gets back on the court with 35, 36. Yeah.
It's tough, man.
I'm praying that he has a full, speedy recovery. Especially with the technology now. Achilles tears aren't as bad as they used to be. You've seen somebody come back like Kevin Durant from them.
That's fact.
The ACL now, they treat that shit like a sprained ankle because niggas become what?
Bro, it's insane. Honestly, modern science, modern medicine is so insane, bro. Like, it's just back, bro.
Yeah.
But, I think a super fan should just, like, give up theirs, honestly.
Man, listen.
Like, if they could figure out how to transfer that, bro, it'd be over.
Well, much love to Damian Lillard, man. I hated seeing that shit. Especially when it seemed like the Bucks he just had the blood vessel thing.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed like the Bucks, when they were all put together, they looked like a great team. Mm-hmm. But they barely got any time together as a full unit. So, thoughts and prayers. I guess we're here. So, people are saying this is possibly Giannis' last game as a Milwaukee Buck. This team is not. He wants to win another championship, and this team is in no way in the direction of winning a championship, especially with no Damian Lillard next year. Hey, Giannis, we could use a big man over in Los Angeles, big dog. If you want to come play for some,
that'd be tough.
Come team up with my boy Luka.
That'd be tough, man.
You know what I'm saying? I guess we could stay here on sports.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, y'all, like, listen.
Ain't shit else going on.
Ain't shit that ain't happening in the world, and if it did, it ain't on our radar at least,
Yeah.
Not saying it's not important, but this is what is happening right now with sports. It's primetime sports. Playoffs, baseball, football, everything.
The Lakers lost last night.
Yeah, man, it's some bullshit.
As you guys listen to this, it's been 2 nights. Lakers lost 4-1 to the Minnesota Timberwolves. I will be the first to say, I obviously picked the Lakers. I am a Laker fan, diehard Laker fan. Mm-hmm. And I had a bad night. That's all I got to say. Yeah. And the thing is, too, like, I started to, accept the loss. Probably, when we went down 3-1, I accepted. I was like, you know what? We're not going to win the series. But let's get it to 6 or 7 and make it exciting. Yeah. We just looked tired. We looked like our bench wasn't up to par.
Mm-hmm.
Fact. Our first year coach, mid-season trade. Yeah. There was just a lot of factors, man. I think that JJ Redick is an amazing coach. Happy that we have him. Mm-hmm. As you can see, Darvin Ham, some shit. I'll always send him. Sorry. Mm-hmm. But I think his inexperience at the coaching position showed games 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Like, hey, like I don't really know what to do here.
Yeah.
Like 4 and 5, he got out coached. He gave up a 10-point lead in game 4, and then he gave up a 6-point. I think at some point they took the lead in game 5 and lost it immediately. And he couldn't sustain the lead, and that is so not being able to sustain the lead is coaching most of the time.
Gotcha.
So for me, I also too, even the backpedal on that. As we were just talking about Milwaukee and Indiana. Milwaukee had an 8-point lead going in overtime and lost that too. To me, like that is coaching. You as a coach, you need to find schemes to maintain the lead, get good shots. Yes, things will happen, but you need to maintain the lead, get good shots,
to win,
and put your players in a position where they don't need. You're thinking for them. That's what it is, right? So the Lakers lost. I think Shanon put some bad juju on us, man.
I think a couple people chalking it up to the Shanon.
Yeah, man, like that N5 shit, and then you got girls claiming sexual assault, buddy. Keep that N5 shit.
Social media's been going crazy. Luka tried, LeBron cried, Shanon lied.
That's crazy.
Bulls in 5.
That's crazy. So,
I honestly, bro, like it would have been dope to see Lakers win one, just cause like
LeBron,
yeah, bro, like LeBron, he's fighting against time, bro, and we all know it. We all don't want to believe it because we all grew up watching him and a couple others, but it's just slowly but surely, it's just time is taking its toll on every big superstar in the NBA, and we don't know. Okay, Braun plays next year, and then after that, that's it, or is he, 2 more, or like what exactly? And it just would have been dope to see Braun win 1 more.
Yeah,
as a Laker, with Luka there, obviously, but not having a big man,
that shit is
it showed for sure. Motherfucking Rudy Gobert of all people,
fucking hate Rudy Gobert.
Out of all people, going crazy, bro.
That shit was. I was like, yo, bro, what the fuck? He's ass.
Bro, what, 27 points and 22 rebounds?
Bro, niggas never done that, bro.
Like, it was so good to be true, bro. Like, I just kept on putting 20, 25 on him. Just because, like, it's like, yo, bro, because I checked stats, whatever it is. I'm like, he's averaging this. Bro, in the whole past series, he didn't get more than, like, fucking 5 points. I think it was something like that.
Yeah, like that. He hadn't scored more than, like, 7 points the whole series.
And
listen, that is on JJ.
Yeah.
You took out, we have one center, Jackson Hayes. Yes, he's been playing like shit. But he gave Rudy Gobert enough of a fight that it was like, all right, man, we're going to equal this out. So I don't, I'm not disappointed. I'm not just disappointed. We overachieved this year for sure. We 100% overachieved. 3rd seed, first year coach. I think we overachieved. First round exit. Never want to see Luka and LeBron lose in the first round, but they both really look gassed.
Yeah.
Luka consistently hurt, and it didn't seem like,
Once they took him out, I thought, nah, he's not coming back, bro. He's definitely not coming back. And yeah.
This is also the first time. This is the first time I saw like LeBron needs some help because of like age. Yeah. Like he's getting tired. Like he shouldn't have to be playing 40 minutes at 40 years old. That's just not what he's supposed to do. Bro. LeBron should have enough help. And
Reeves was shitting the bed too.
Austin Reeves, you fucking sold.
I'm sorry, bro. Like,
oh my gosh.
You usually go for, you throw up numbers, bro.
And that's my man. I love Austin Reeves, but he got exposed that series. He wasn't like a bad defender. It was he couldn't fucking score.
He just couldn't. It's like, come on, bro.
The lights are too bright. So, but I expect him to be better next year. I expect him to be better. If we keep Finney-Smith, Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, I love those 3, and we add some size, we'll be all right. I think we'll be fine.
But yeah, Giannis, it'll be dope to
come home.
I can't front because
it's not even his home, nigga Greek, but
fucking Greek.
But come on.
It's kind of. I guess it'll be closer to Greece if you kind of go around and shit.
Nigga.
But it's just like, all right, bro, you did what you did in Milwaukee.
Yeah, come on. It's
like, you got a chip. I don't know how many more. Just not third.
You did everything you could do there.
Did your accolades? Come somewhere warmer.
You did everything you could do in Milwaukee. You did everything you can do. Come to another city. Come get a ring. Come fuck with the Showtime Lakers. And I think the Lakers, what we got to do, Luka, you got to get in shape, bro.
Yeah, Luka.
I love Luka to death, but that scoring 40 while you fat shit, that don't work in the playoffs. This nigga Luka was getting blown by everyone with the basketball, bro. There was not one person that wasn't getting by him.
Everyone was comparing him to an orange pollen cone.
Yeah, bro, he's a cone. That is a basketball term. Like when you could get by a nigga, yo, he's a cone. He can't stay in front of you.
And I love Luka, bro, but like
Me too.
It's like Harden, like he's inconsistent with the weight thing, but at least Harden kind of performs. But it's just like, damn, Luka, like you could go like you dropping 30 plus every night, but you big, bro. You gotta
get in shape, bro. Get with LeBron's trainer. Get in shape, bro.
Like,
get in shape. Move your feet. I'm not asking Luka to be an all defensive player, but you have to be able to stay in front of Jaden fucking McDaniels. No offense to him, nigga's nice, ish. But my nigga, Jaden McDaniels is not supposed to be getting 30 points twice in this series. Damn. Just stay in front of the nigga. Like, just stay in front of him. Damn. We're not asking you to lock him up, but stay in front of Jaden McDaniels, bro. Mm-hmm. So, listen, that's my Lakers take. We got as you guys listen to this, the Knicks have played. I don't know what the result is. I was just telling Joe off camera. I'm obviously rooting for the Knicks. We're in New York. Even though I'm a Lakers fan, I'm always going to root for the Knicks. Mm-hmm. But the Knicks would have to play Boston next series.
Listen, yo.
Maybe let's have some fun with this series because Boston ain't no joke. Bro. Boston not to play with. Jason Tatum had 37 with a bad hand. Yes. This nigga's on a different type of shit. Niggas is on different type of shit in Boston. I don't know what's going on, but we need to leave them niggas alone. So, hey, let's extend this series so we can just have a little bit more fun on TV. Win in Game 7 in New York.
It'll be dope. I mean,
Game 7 in New York. I might go to the Garden shit and see it.
Granted, you know, if the Knicks do win, I mean, we're recording this Thursday. If they win tonight, boom, they're done. But honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, extending it to Game 7 will actually be nice.
It'd be just so, you know what I'm saying? So we got a little fun.
Because that ass whipping from Boston, bro. And listen, like, I know if we go up against Boston, we'll probably get at least one win.
Yeah, we'll get one or two. I said Knicks. Boston in 6.
But it's just like, bro, it's Boston, bro. Like, it's just tough. It's just tough to get past them. Had it been another way, then cool. But it's just Boston. Now, by the grace of God and him or her being humorous, we beat Boston. Then we got to go up against Pacers.
No, if you beat Boston, you likely because Pacers Cleveland. Probably, I got Cleveland in that series. So Knicks Cleveland. I think the Knicks can beat Cleveland.
Okay,
I do.
Yeah.
And then the Knicks end up in the finals playing against OKC.
That'd be fucking.
I think anybody can be. I think if OKC's as great as they are, mm-hmm. and you know I love Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Mm-hmm. Yeah, as good as they are, I think they could be beat. So that'd be great. But insane, let's see how this thing plays out.
That's a fact. We just gotta take it day by day, game by game. Hopefully everyone stays fucking healthy.
Yeah.
And shit, hopefully we can actually win some shit because the city needs it, bro.
For sure.
The city is just always amazing and live whenever any New York team is winning, bro, whether it's the Knicks, the Yankees.
I didn't see you at the Liberty Parade.
Like, what?
I didn't see you at the Liberty Parade.
I had to do overtime.
It was on a Saturday.
Yeah, overtime.
You don't work on the weekends?
That you don't know.
Like, it was, what you mean?
The season's about to start, though. So.
You gonna go to the game finally?
I went before.
Oh, which one? Oh, shit, that's crazy. Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go, y'all. I'm gonna go. Tickets is mad cheap. No,
that's crazy. You going because ticket that support women.
Support women. I do.
Support women.
I do. I love them.
Support women's sports.
I love them.
That's none. Go watch women's sports.
I will.
The Liberty are our New York team that just won a championship. That's crazy. Niggas just forgot about that. Shit happened 8 months ago. Niggas like, yeah, damn, it's good for the city if we finally win one. Nigga, we just did. We just won one. We literally just did. Niggas completely just, damn, that's crazy as fuck. Yeah, damn, I hope we win one day. Niggas just won one 8 months ago. Had a whole parade, all that. Brooklyn, Barclays, all that. Niggas did chant, all that. Oh, that's crazy as fuck. All right, whatever, man. No, I know. I'm just saying, niggas talking about, yo, I hope the city finally wins one. Niggas won one 9 months ago. The city needs this.
The city need that, bro.
We just did. We just got one.
Yeah, we need another one. We need another one.
All right, yeah.
Another one, bro.
You ain't getting it from the Giants. You ain't getting it from the Jets. The Knicks and Liberty are our only shot. Liberty, y'all could repeat. But listen, I'm rooting for the Knicks, man. The Lakers is out. I'll root for the Knicks. That's it. What else we got? That's all the playoff shit we got, man. We've been sports talking y'all ears off. I saw Sinners. I saw Sinners yesterday. Yeah. I saw Sinners last night. I did see Sinners last night.
Before Sinners though, you think? So there's this trend going on.
I don't like where this is going already.
One gorilla.
All right.
Iron Man.
I have seen this on the internet. I don't know if y'all have. I think people have seen too many movies.
Because I'm asking you because you don't like zoos, and I don't think you.
I'm never going to zoo anyway.
Okay, so you never. All right, boom. So like,
no, I've gone to a zoo. I'm against zoos. Right. Yes, so I think animals should be free. I don't think animals should be caged up. And zoos stink and they smell like shit. And my kid's not gonna be around things that smell like shit. So
100 people in one gorilla, bro.
I think that people have seen too many movies to think that a gorilla can beat 100 large human men. I think that unless the gorilla is King Kong, I think 100 big dudes would find a way to
take down a gorilla,
to subdue a gorilla. Yes, I do.
So you.
I'm not saying if the 100 dudes my size, no, I do not think we'll win.
Okay.
I think if you found 100,
like Stocky motherfucker.
I think if you found 100 Aaron Donalds or 100 Mike Tyson in his prime.
Oh shit.
Like we can figure, they can figure it out. No, I don't think 100 regular niggas can take down a gorilla, but I don't unless they're shaped like King Kong. Like to me, I don't know. Even though, and I'm not doing this. I see the internet. You men are overestimating your strength. I'm not. If a big dog jumps on me, I'm falling. And I'm a strong dude. I'm a big dude.
Dog, yeah. No.
I'm in shape. I'm a big dude.
Dog is a dog, bro.
But I think that 100 100 offensive linemen can take down a gorilla. Yes.
That I kind of believe.
Yeah, I don't think that.
I believe.
Like
average Joes, no, but like some O-line.
And I said, listen, the first 20 niggas is dead.
Yeah.
First 20 niggas is gone.
It's funny because people have broken it down. They have broken it down to the point where it's like either first 15, 20 or 15 to 30 people are done. They're the sacrificial pawns, and then like everyone from like the 40s to the 60s in that 100, those are like the main characters. Then everyone else is kind of reserved. And then, yeah. But
also, dude, I really have no idea. I don't know where the internet comes with this because who the fuck, who's thinking about this?
The thing is, I'm all for it because it's somewhat of a distraction because everything's just so crazy in the world.
That's true. Everything's so serious. Like this is funny.
This is the funny thing that everyone just needs to take their mind off for a bit and just like, yo.
So you're on the side of the gorilla for sure, not even close.
To what, the gorilla winning?
Yeah. Well, I'm on the side of his regular niggas. Yes, the gorilla is gonna rip our faces off.
I'm on the side of the gorilla, bro. Like.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Look. Overall, yes. I think in 98% of cases, the gorilla is going to win.
Yeah.
But I do think that there is a unique case. If you find 100 big niggas, like that, they might have a shot. They might have a shot. I don't know. Don't put me in that shit. I'm not trying to get the gorillas is huge. Well, also, I think the gorilla has to be of a certain size. Like, how big are gorillas for real? I don't go to zoo.
A gorilla is like, I want to say they're like at least 300 pounds. A full-grown adult.
Nigga, that is the Washington Commanders' offensive line.
I may be wrong, bro. Like a silverback or a regular gorilla.
Okay, so gorillas are the adult males. They can reach up to heights of 6 feet and nearly 500 pounds.
I was completely wrong then, shit.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, so, bro, the average is 6 feet.
And the thing is, they're all muscle, bro. A gorilla's all muscle. Like, there's barely any fat. They eat, most of their diet is like vegetation. I think they eat some meat, like omnivore and shit. But it's just like, bro, a swing from a gorilla, bro, bro, you're done.
No, I think a gorilla, if they're in combat, they will rip your face in half. Like the first 24 niggas is dead. I think that, but then it depends. Is the gorilla getting tired? Like, does he have stamina? Because if this gorilla got stamina, he's killing all those niggas. Yeah. Like if the nigga's in shape, it's over with. If he get tired, if I get Aaron Donald to swing and choke. I don't know. I'm saying it has to be like for niggas to win this. It has to be 100 niggas that look like Aaron Donald. If it's not, it's cooked. At 100, you got to get 100 bodybuilders. But no, it can't be niggas off the street. No, we're gonna die. It's over with. Like,
all right. So I got another question for you. What's worse?
Yes.
100 men versus going to therapy, or 100 women versus accountability?
Easy answer. 100 men going to therapy because we weaponize therapy now. That's a weapon. What? Are you crazy? Don't get with a nigga that's been to therapy. It's up for good. Bro, don't get with a nigga that's going to therapy.
Nah, using it as a weapon got me.
Bro,
versus parole.
That shit is like a sniper for niggas. Bro, especially if you have a woman therapist, manipulation.
Oh my God.
Manipulation.
Like, so what you mean is I can use it.
Manipulation. Oh, you're not listening to me. You're not hearing my feelings.
Not huge, and manipulation is insane.
I go to therapy. Do you go to therapy? What? Are you crazy? But Nick, bro, the women versus accountability thing, bro, whatever. Like that is yes, it's true. Girls don't take accountability, but at the same time, it's like, bro, worse is a nigga that gets the sauce from the mental health expert. No,
that's a dangerous. That's a Jason Bourne
bro
right there.
I'm John Wick 8, nigga. You crazy? A nigga that go to therapy, you can't tell him. He got all the secrets. He knows what to say, what to do, how to get you going. You crazy?
Done.
What? Are you nuts?
Yo, bro, I love social media.
Like the women would just lose the battle. That's fine. Yeah. But we take that and like, oh, sniper, gotcha. Like, especially if you got a woman therapist, bro, she's gonna give you all the sauce. It's crazy. I like this little game.
Bro, it's just
But also now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, bro,
what's up?
Like niggas really like. Niggas will struggle with the gorilla. I seen niggas on Fear Factor see 100 roaches and pass out. So I'm
those times was wild.
So I'm sitting here like, yo, bro, you see a gorilla coming at you, bro, you out of there.
I just saw another one that said 100 men versus a clinic.
Oh, you got to deal with that.
I ain't got to deal with that.
Not you, but I'm saying like you and your herpes girl. No, herpes don't go away. You and your chlamydia girl, because she don't got it no more. So whatever. She got rid of it. That shit crazy as hell.
Past sense. Nah, bro, social media be hilarious as fuck. That should be hilarious. But like this trend, when it popped up, bro, I honestly thought it was like the resurgence of the whole who should pay for dinner type shit. Like I feel like it was on that spectrum. I'm hoping it doesn't die out because every single day is just more memes, more AI like videos of like people rendering what happened.
That's crazy.
And like it's just so funny, bro. Like it's a small little distraction of what exactly of the things that we should be worrying about, which we're not worried about.
No, yeah, I love. There are times where the internet wins because you're always gonna have people that are gonna fucking make everything so serious. Mm-hmm. But if everybody can have fun, I love the internet when it's fun. But the internet's mostly not fun these days.
I can't wait for Mr. Beast to like just make a video on this shit.
I hate this nigga. Because you niggas have been endorsed. You niggas came here. And Derek, stupid ass, came here and told me he cured blindness.
He didn't cure it. He paid doctors to help cure it. People were blind. He paid for the surgery.
So why are niggas still blind?
Because he paid for the surgery. I mean,
so anybody that's blind can go to the doctor and reverse their blindness.
Well, those specific.
Just the specific niggas Mr. Beast found. But nobody else can go to the doctor. Yo, bro. See, this is going to go right into the sinners thing. These white people make y'all believe anything. And that's the fucking problem. This is what Ryan Coogler been trying to tell you, stupid niggas, is that you guys will believe anything.
The white folk.
Jesus.
Oh, my God.
So, I saw Sinners last night.
Let's go.
I saw Sinners.
Yo, anyone hearing this or watching this, yo.
Spoiler.
Well, yeah, spoiler.
That, yes.
Spoiler, unfortunately, but it is what it is, y'all. You had some time. But it's going to come back to IMAX, apparently. Warner Brothers said it's coming back May something. I got them out of Googles, but just keep your eye out on that shit. But, you had time. Spoilers, but watch that shit. Watch it in the theater. IMAX you can, 70 millimeter. And if not, fucking bootleg that shit. Then if you got
that's crazy. Bootleg that shit's crazy.
Don't do that. Support.
Yeah, support Ryan, man.
Yeah. This is one of them ones, bro.
Yeah, this is a movie I was going to make it my business to support. Mm-hmm. I took some time yesterday. I went to an early show. I went to like a 1 p.m. show. I was like, let me catch it real quick. Really, really, really impressed. Before we get to the deep shit, I want to say that it's very impressive when a movie can do two things. It can make you think if you want to think, but also it can just be a vampire movie.
Action movie, yeah.
I said spoiler alert, so we're gonna spoil everything. But it can just be an action movie if you don't feel the need to
actually go deep into
and do some research and understand what's going on. This is the best movie I've seen in the last couple of years. I don't know if that says more on the movie scene or that this movie was just good. I do think this movie was phenomenal. Ryan Coogler did it. The way things were shot, the writing, very, 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 very like particular, very detailed. And y'all know I've been a Michael B. Jordan hater for a very long time. That man was acting his ass off. I have absolutely nothing bad to say about his performance. For him to play two completely different characters, just a phenomenal job, man. Phenomenal job. If you have not seen Sinners, I implore you to go see it. And even after you leave, after you see it and you leave the theater and you do a little bit of research, you'll like it a lot more.
It's a lot.
I'm
very sure your algorithm it'll pop up on TikTok or Instagram or some shit like that. But mainly TikTok, because like after watching it, it started just popping up, and just so much info popped up on it.
And to the point where I'm like, wow, this is like, and I knew we were gonna come on the pod and talk about this. I'm like, some of the things that people might have missed. So before I saw the movie, and I do like that the movie was so particular that you really couldn't spoil it. You have to go see it. Like, you can't really, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to go see it. No matter how much somebody talks about it, you got to go see it. In my brain, Haley Steinfeld was just playing a biracial woman.
Yeah.
Right? But then when I go see it, I'm like,
female logic.
Oh, I see what they're doing. So, back around that time period, in the 1930s, if you were even a drop of black, you were considered black. But Haley was not playing a biracial woman. She was playing a white passing woman that that was cool in the community because her mother raised black boys, but she wasn't necessarily considered. When she was home, she wasn't considered white because everyone knew she had a drop of black in her.
Yes. Right?
So she was playing what we would call like just white passing. Somebody that looks white but has a speck of black in them. Yes. And that's how that was back then. So in my brain, I'm like, oh, why are they getting Haley Steinfeld to play biracial women? Like, what the fuck? She's like a 16th black. I'm like, oh, I see. They were trying to make that specific because that is actually her grandfather is half black or whatever.
Little octoroon.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, okay. This to me, or am I okay? Ryan Coogler was thinking. You know what I'm saying? So, and then in the movie, when they had the conflict and said, yeah, you're kind of not one of us anymore because she was pretty much the only way to keep her safe was to pass as white and bury a white man. And I'm like, oh, and it kind of showed the convenience of you being white when it's convenient to you and you being black when it's convenient to you. Yep. I'm like, this is deep. He's touching on everything.
A lot, bro.
My favorite scene is that first music scene when they showed all the eras of music in the 90s. And I was like, this is just a beautiful scene.
It was the callback to the famous painting. Damn.
I know what you're talking about.
Damn. I'm even mad I forgot the name of it right now. I got you. Hold on.
But no, yeah. That scene, I'm watching it and like I'm like smiling. I'm like, wow, this is beautiful. Like, this is what culture feels like.
Sugar Shack.
Yes.
The Sugar Shack painting.
Yeah. That music scene, the musicality was great. Like, the music sounded good.
They so a lot of people don't know Ludwig van. Damn, I forgot his name. Ludwig. I'm just calling him by Ludwig. Yeah. I always forget his last name. Him and Ryan Coogler were actually college buddies. College buddies, and they worked together in previous projects like Black Panther. And, it's just they go way back for a while. what he did with the music is insane. What Ryan did with the music is insane.
Yeah.
I know Christopher Nolan himself helped him because Ryan Coogler asked, like, he wanted pointers and he just praised him. Christopher Nolan praised Ryan Coogler for shooting this in 70 millimeter. If a lot of people don't understand, you know, the reason why a lot of people want to see it in IMAX 70 millimeter is because when you watch the regular movie, is more in the rectangle aspect. It's just like a rectangle aspect, 16 by 19 by 9.
Yeah.
So IMAX is essentially giving you from this to like this.
Mm-hmm.
So you see so much more in the frame. And just, you know, the audio, the images is just more. But certain scenes in this movie is just insane. Like when Sammy's performing in the juke joint, and basically his power, because I guess, yeah, essentially it's his power of why Remnick, the antagonist, wanted him so much. It's because he has the power to essentially conjure music in its base. It's just its sounds, its rhythm, its vibrations, to be able to conjure either the past, present, and future music. And in that scene, you can see everyone dancing, twerking, b-boy dancing, just everything, bro. And from all different aspects, to different cultures, even the Asian culture. It was insane how they were all able to conjure that, show it, in that one scene. I'm trying to think. What do you got?
So some of the things that, like the overall concept of we can't get in unless you invite us.
Yes.
That overarching theme was the white people can't. We invite these white people in to take our souls and suck our souls and take our culture, and then, you know,
I guess the hoodoo aspect of it in a way.
Yeah, it was. I was like, this is like, that's not the deepest thing. You know what I mean?
No,
like, that's obviously, but
it's not.
Me,
but
putting it in that way,
it's
was crazy to me.
You know,
putting it in a vampire movie, I was like, oh, this is fire.
It's something that I believe mainly in down south culture, or anyone who comes from a Caribbean aspect culture can understand that, you know, certain little things that our parents or grandparents would do, and as a child you wouldn't really think about it, or so wouldn't think about it, or give it a second thought. Now as an adult, you understand like why they did it.
Yeah.
So the whole aspect with not allowing someone to come, no, you have to, for them to come into your home or to your space, you have to invite them in, and that goes deeply rooted to like grandparents or great grandparents and stuff like that. Like my aunts used to do it, and they still do it, or they have like a horseshoe by the door, or like a bag, you know, or something by the door. That implementing that into, like how you were saying, like, to just an overall, we allow the demons or just, you know, negative energy and stuff into our lives. It was amazing in that movie.
And then you get the there was a point where Remnick, I think the white vampire, the leader, he's like, he's who we came for, and they were talking about Sammy, and it's literally like, to me, it's like, okay, they come for the most talented. They come for the guy with the superpowers, the musical superpower. That, because music is such a big deal for all of us.
Huge. Bro.
So they come to the guy with the music to take it, because you're the one we came for. We don't have the ability to tap in to the ancestry you do. So when you hear that and you think about the deeper theme, I'm like, wow, this is a really dope way to put this. You know what I mean? And I'm sitting here in the theater, and I'm like, I catch myself like smiling, because I'm like, this is a really culturally relevant movie. And at the same time, like, if it's not for you, it doesn't have to be. It can just be a horror film that's really, really good.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? There was good action scenes.
Dialogue was amazing.
Dialogue was great. Yeah, like it gave everybody everything that you needed. Right? And then there was a point where the vampire was saying, you know, this is like heaven on earth. We can sell you eternal life. You just have to give us your soul. And I'm like, wow, like, you know what I mean? Like, these things in this movie, it's like, wow, like I said, these aren't the deepest concepts, but to put them in this form is a true talent to me. To put that in a horror film. And we've seen things like this before, but not to the beauty and the particularness in this sense. right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think Michael B. Jordan did a phenomenal job. Haley did a phenomenal job. I need to know her, the black female lead. She was incredible.
Annie?
Annie, yes. Yes.
Wumi Mosaku.
Okay, she is incredible. Like, I was like, wow.
Miles, the boy who plays Sammy, that was his first movie.
Incredible.
Miles Canton.
Absolutely incredible.
He actually learned how to play the guitar a couple months before the movie, which is insane, honestly.
Yeah.
One of the favorite scenes of mine, like everything, the movie,
Yeah.
like the movie was just amazing from all aspects, all scenes. When they're driving, like when Smokestack and Smoke and Stack are essentially driving to get preparations for the whole juke joint and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's Smoke with Sammy talking about like, why they left Chicago and like,
came back. Oh, yes,
came
yes.
back, and essentially like kind of like selling up themselves and basically trying to make themselves seem cool to Sammy because that's their cousin. You want to be with your cousin all the time, and you just hear these stories. But one of my favorites was when after they picked up Delta at the train station, Delta was talking about the story of when he was younger. He saw the individual being hung. Individual being hung because, just being a black man.
Right.
And I say it's one of my favorites because that scene was actually a bit improvised. Really? And it's the music. You can hear the screams. You can hear the screams from the white people or just screams. And basically he's telling the story. Everyone else in the vehicle is listening to him. Sammy's playing, from what I remember. And you can hear the background screams and just everything happening.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show how deeply rooted music is for everyone. Music being a huge thing in this movie, essentially showing how, it's so deeply rooted with emotion. That's what I want to say. Essentially, it's just we connect to each other so easily with music compared to anything else. Words is one thing, sharing stories is another. Stories and stuff. But music, when it's being played, especially if it's something like the blues, so many artists. I mean, I can't say I know a lot, but it's just hearing these stories, and you can connect to it so easily. I think that's why the antagonists really wanted Sammy so much, because one, being able to have the power of music, but to know his stories and to be able to use that for his own gain was amazing. The antagonist had being essentially the main villain, and everyone else who was inflicted by him in turn being a hive mind. So essentially, if you're hurting them, you're hurting him. It was amazing. Towards the end, when they do, spoiler obviously, but they kill Remnick. Right before Sammy hits him with the guitar, he essentially, I was seeing TikTok, Sammy was being essentially was baptized.
Yes.
That scene was amazing. Fire. Because you would think in past movies and just in culture, when a vampire is being, thrown holy water or something like that, or just someone's repeating a Bible verse, it would affect them. But in this instance, he himself is joining Sammy, repeating this Bible verse and dunking him in water, and seeing that representation, I was like, holy shit, this is insane, because he's drowning him, but he's also baptizing him at the same time, I was like, wow, this is insane. And the one thing that saves Sammy is his guitar. The one thing that his father told him, that if you continue playing it, you're going to bring the devil to you to here. So the one thing that his father was against is the one thing that saved him himself. So that was amazing, truthfully, for me. But it's a lot. Michael B. Jordan also improvised a couple shit there. That the one scene when he's with Haley Steinfeld, with the character essentially talking about why he doesn't love her, and it was because he improvised the whole line with it's because I wanted to keep you away because it wasn't safe. It wasn't safe. And I seen on TikTok a lot of women mainly, they connected with that scene, just because it takes a lot for an individual to be able to come to his conscious and understand his faults, but to essentially let go of love for another individual. That scene was amazing. I was like, damn, bro, this
Nah,
they knocked it out apart, bro. They knocked it out.
They knocked it out the park.
In so many aspects, bro.
Yeah,
Like each character had their own thing. That Asian family, the store owners was amazing because I didn't even like I knew a bit like back then, Asian community was essentially embedded with the black culture and stuff because they immigrated themselves too around that time, but how that family essentially helped out and them being affected with what happened at the juke joint, it was dope.
No, yeah. I mean, all of it essentially was really, really, really. I said it was understandable enough for you to follow if you wanted to know what's going on, but also deep enough for you to feel something.
Yeah,
and that is what the movie did for me, at the very least. And I will say this: I really, 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 really people stop asking for a sequel. When I got to the end of the movie, I was like, I don't even see how they can make another one. This doesn't make a sense. This doesn't make I don't need to see Stack and Haley's and Mary's story. It
makes no sense.
They went on to live forever like vampires. That's it. I don't need another one. Like, I don't need to see their life in Chicago. Like, what are y'all talking about? Yeah. Like, this is it. Ryan Coogler, please stay the course. This was a phenomenal movie. We don't need a number 2. We don't need a Sinners guys. This is ridiculous. We don't need a Sinners universe. This movie is a standalone. Yeah. Everything doesn't need a sequel. This isn't phenomenal. And I'm scared that if they try to do another one, it'll be a money grab because there's no more story to tell from it.
That's the thing. Yeah. Because
we saw Sammy grow up. Exactly. We saw the other twin die. Mm-hmm. We saw what happened to them. We saw what happened to every single person.
What was amazing when, unfortunately, one of the main protagonists passes away, Smoke. When he's with Annie because she passed away, and holding their baby because the baby also passed away, their child. She tells them, to put out that smoke, to put out the cigarette. And so the baby won't get any smoke on him because she calls him Elijah because that was essentially his real name. And she's Elijah, make sure to not get that smoke on him. And a lot of people thought it was because of the cigarette, but no, it's because she's talking about himself.
Yeah.
That I was like, holy shit, bro. Like it flew by at first, but then, going back and reading certain things, I was like, holy shit. That aspect. I completely agree with what you said. It doesn't need a sequel. It doesn't need a prequel. It doesn't need anything. If anything, maybe a book. But I feel like it's completely fine. One of the twins basically telling the other, like, listen, like, I'll let you live, but just go live your lives. It's dope. It gives a nice little what if, essentially, to the viewers, knowing, like, okay, these two individuals, these vampires, they went on, did their own thing. Seeing them in the post-credit scene, the mid-post-credit scene, seeing Sammy all grown up, older, and both them two basically visiting him. Now, I guess it would be in the 90s because he's wearing.
Yeah, it was the 90s. Yeah, it was 1990.
He was wearing the Coogee, the Coogee sweater, and her with the hoop earrings and stuff, looking like a Puerto Rican is insane. But
she 1/8 black, bro. She 1/8 black.
But it was dope to see, Sammy fully growing up, going, like he said, going to the big cities, to Chicago, and essentially living his life and doing what he has to do. And them basically not killing Sammy. I mean, because, they knew, he knew himself, like, his days were counted, and he knew, Stack knew that his days were counted too. So, but it was dope. It's a nice little homage, basically saying, like, regardless of how old you are, I'm still your cousin.
It was tied up perfectly. Yeah. Like, I don't need anything else.
There was no loose ends.
Yeah, there was no loose ends to make another one from. Yeah. Like, and even the concept, like, Sammy, I loved what they did with that character. Like, when I say Ron, like, him going into the church and the father is begging him to let go of the guitar, and he doesn't, and essentially that's showing that no matter, like, he chose the life of sin over the purity of heart, and that ending scene is like, oh well, it came back, and that's essentially they let him rock, but I think that it was just a story about Black people wanting equity and freedom, and that even when he said, "We went to Chicago, but it's just the same shit with big buildings, same type of racism but bigger buildings." Yeah. That's just how minorities feel on a day-to-day basis. Mm-hmm. So,
and it was good homage too, because around that time, what a lot of people don't pick up on is so Smoke. He dresses like an Italian, and Stack dresses like a Irishman.
Yeah.
So this is around the same time as when both mafias, were coming up. Al Capone is mentioned in the movie, and their time in Chicago. They did what they had to do to grind and rob from people, and they also partaked. They were one of the reasons of why the St. Valentine's Massacre actually happened. Right. So it's dope. It's nice little homages in time within the timeline that Ryan implemented in there. It was dope to see. I forgot the actual name of the Native American
I think it
tribe.
Was
Cho.
I'm not going to try.
It starts with a C.
Yeah, I'm not going to try it. Nope.
But it was dope to see them implement it, because I know at that, TikTok doing its history stuff and Ryan Coogler doing his history, they were implemented in that timeline in such events. Basically, them hunting Remnick, and like always, people just don't listen to them. That first warning, they told them, "Yo, sun's coming down. Yo, he's in here. Give him to us. We'll take care of it." Nah, bet he's your problem.
We out, buddy.
Deuces. And a lot of people were saying, like, why didn't they come back, bro? Once the Indians tell you one thing, bro, the Native Americans, that's it.
You seen what happened when the sun went down? Why the fuck am I gonna help y'all now? I tried to get this nigga while the sun was up. Y'all had it fucked up. It's cool. I did find it really interesting when the main vampire remnant, he was like, "We're not with the clan. We're with everyone." Mm-hmm. And I saw an interview where I said, "Yeah, the character isn't meant to be racist. Mm-mm. The character is meant to just be a being that is just trying to take advantage and appreciate, yes, but also it's still evil. But of course, he's just a being. He is not meant to be racist. He is not meant to. He's trying to bring everybody together, mm-hmm, but in his own evil way, which a lot of that, is society
just deems wrong,
right? Yeah. So, yeah, man, I listen.
There's so much more.
Go see Sinners,
but definitely go watch.
Go watch Sinners.
It's amazing.
Definitely like a 8.5, 9 out of 10 for me. Phenomenal movie. Really, nothing bad to say. Not much bad to say about it at all.
I would definitely see it a couple more times. I've seen it once in IMAX. I'm gonna definitely try to catch it again before it
gets out. Yeah.
But definitely, if you watch it regularly, then cool. And then whenever it comes back to IMAX, definitely see it so you can see exactly why is it going from this to like big screen type shit.
Yeah.
But an amazing fucking movie, man.
Yeah, man. Go see Sinners, man. Go support Ryan Coogler. Did Ryan Coogler do Black Panther 2?
I don't think he did.
Good. That movie was really bad. I'm not. Yeah. That's why I don't want to shit on it.
I know he did Fruitvale Station. He did Creed 1. I know he did Black Panther
1. But he didn't do. I know he didn't do 2 because 2 was awful.
No, he didn't.
He don't make bad movies. Yeah, no, 2 was bad. I'll only send to say, hey, if we can get a Black Panther 3 with Ryan.
Did.
Oh shit. We all make mistakes.
We did Judas in the Black Messiah. That's a great movie too.
Yeah, we all make mistakes. But I have nothing bad to say about Ryan Coogler. Yeah, I hope he takes all this momentum.
That's a fact.
I hope his next check from Warner Brothers is a blank check. Do whatever the fuck you want. But it's my personal opinion. If there's a Sinners sequel, I'll obviously go see it. But I don't think we need one. I don't see a world where we would need one. Yeah. We got every single loose end we could have gotten tied up was tied up. I don't need to see, like I said, I don't need to see the new vampires saving the day. I don't need to see Sammy's life in between Chicago. He was obviously just a successful musician. Cool.
What's dope is, I forgot to mention, so he has a first dollar gross deal. So essentially that's, rather than waiting for the studio to recoup its expenses, Sinners, he would own it after 25 years of release.
Amazing.
So that's honestly, in any aspect of the industry, you would rather own something than just, it not being yours. Like most artists, they want their masters and stuff like that. It also goes back to the whole 1930s or just that time, the slavery and stuff like that. Yeah. People being owned and stuff like that. You owning something, your land, your property. It goes a long, long way.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Like in 25 years, a lot of people think like, damn, that's a long time, but 25 years flies.
Yeah, for sure. No, he'll own that before we know it. And I just want to praise him, man. He's incredible. Shout out to Ryan Coogler, man. Yeah, man. I have given Sinners all I got. I was happy when I saw it. I walked out that theater, and I was like, wow,
No, that shit was
worth
dope,
every dollar.
bro. Everyone clapped. Everyone was hyped when
I was mostly white people in the theater, so yeah, everybody was like, oh shit, there's some nigga in here that ain't fucking with us right now.
It was mixed when I watched it. It was like 4 p.m. It was pretty mixed, but bro, packed house. Like every seat was taken.
Yeah,
definitely a great movie, bro. Can't wait to see it again.
Over here, niggas was like, oh, I was there. It was like, oh, that was a cool vampire movie. I was like, nigga, because it wasn't niggas. So I'm like, all right. But nah, man, I had a great time. Shout out to Ryan Coogler again. But yeah, man. Anything else we got? I want to end with the Sinners review.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I know.
I mean, listen. Well, in music world, ain't shit been coming out. So we ain't shit to talk about. Bro. Coco Jones' album came out. I want to shout that out. Phenomenal album. Yes. Shout out to Def Jam. They've handled her great. I did see. I guess we can talk about this further next week. But I did see Charlemagne do a really piss poor job of trying to hold the label accountable. If you have a problem with Def Jam, Charlemagne, please don't take that on Coco Jones because that interview aspect was really cringy and just gross.
Gotcha.
Shout out to Coco Jones. Shout out to Def Jam for putting out a phenomenal album. Go get Coco Jones' album right now. But yeah, that's really all I got, man.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Also, no, Destin Conrad put out a really good project as well. Shout out to him. Yeah, get those two. That's the two things I've been listening to lately. So go get Destin Conrad's album. Go get Coco Jones' album. I'm out now. Yeah, man. That's all I got.
That's same.
All right, man. Thank you guys for liking, subscribing, listening. Please do not forget to get your tickets to the Summer Classic 5.
Yeah, man. Tickets
will be selling out very quickly, as they do every single year. June 14th, Drone NYC, 3 to 10 p.m., the greatest day party on earth. Let's rock it. Let's rock out. Let's do this thing. All right. Thank you guys for liking, subscribing, listening, doing all the beautiful things you guys do every single week. We're